Hello friends and followers. Well, here's a NanoVNA. This is the H4 version I picked up off Amazon. This is about, I guess, 90 bucks with tax. NanoVNA H4. Anyway, so I calibrated it and I'm looking at my antenna now. It's a NFED with about a 111 foot wire. However, I'm not really too set up well for the ham bands. So here's the SWR real-time reading, which is right there pretty much. It's reading that at 0.1 down here, so that point, which corresponds to 11.715 megahertz. So I have a 1.5 there, which still isn't very great. So you can use this little jog wheel on the unit. There's a little wheel here. You can just play with that and skip through the chart and see what your SWR is at various points. So we can skip it through here and take a look at this next lower point here. But anything of interest in here for me would be the amateur radio frequencies. That's 5 megahertz, so 3.5, 80 meters on this thing is hosed. You're seeing a 3.1, or yeah, 3.1 SWR, which is total rubbish. So I'm now looking at the megahertz here on the right, which is changing, going up. So yeah, 40 meters, I have no SWR at all to speak of. I do at 7.7 megahertz. Anyway, the antenna length has to be changed, and maybe the situation to the ground. So 11.7, so what does this tell me? The antenna is probably too short, right? So 15 too short. You would think that would be needing to be shortened then to get that to move to 20 meters. So I can't say I'm an antenna expert, but this is not going to work for the amateur radio bands. 19, yeah, so all these are useless for amateur radio. 21 is 15 meters, that's high. So it does kind of go down a bit near 10 meters, but that's still 1.2 is too high. So I guess I would go out there and fool with the wire. So what I'd probably need is 2 iPhones, one iPhone calling the other iPhone with FaceTime and be monitoring what this chart says and just go out there and fool with the antenna and see what it will do. Yeah, so you kind of want to be out there live in the field with this little thing connected up. And I think the only way would be if you call it with an iPhone, to use 2 iPhones to do it with FaceTime or something. Anyway, that's that. You have to calibrate this thing supposedly. So to use the menus, you can just click it on here, and I can't say I'm an expert, but you can turn the traces on and off here. I'm not really sure what that one's tracing. It's just irritating to me, but you can turn the traces on and off here. I'm not sure what this one's really tracing either, but yet I'm not that familiar with this thing. I really want to get familiar with it, but I just found you can turn off the traces like this or turn them on. And to put this thing into SWR mode here, reflected. So S.11 is this top connector, S.12, no, yeah, S.21 is the bottom connector, it's labeled here. So reflected power, that's good. There's the calibrate. So yeah, I recalled this thing from memory because I had stored the calibration. So you can, when you save this stuff and do a calibrate, it'll say I calibrated from 3.5 to 30 megahertz because I was trying to do the whole ham band. So yeah, you can just load that back in like that. I think it loaded it back in. Well, that's wrong. So I'm going to think that that's now loaded, but it put it in Smith chart mode. So to get it back out into regular SWR mode, and I'm just kind of going through here trying to figure it out. Okay, we're still reflected. I think all I have to do now is put it into SWR. So go back to display, and I want to go back to where I can see the traces. Let's see, display. Somehow you get to those traces, and I want to select what I can turn on and off. Okay, any rate, I'm not really helping you people, am I? We've done calibrate, start and stop. So we could change this start and stop. My problem is I'm not familiar with the menu yet too well. There's start, so I could start like it's say 7 megahertz. And I think this thing is like, you got to put in for 7, like .07 or something like that. Okay, enter. I think that's right. Now enter, I think, is go. 70 megahertz. Well, that's wrong. Okay, it's .007 for megahertz for like 40 meters. And I guess I can go to 7.3. And I would need to recalibrate. Yep, that's right. Now I would need to recalibrate. And to do that, you're going to mess around with these. Take off the antenna. Boy, look at my thumbnail all beat up there. There, and the first one's open, so you'd go to calibrate. Where's calibrate here? Okay. Now we short it. There's the short right there. Or is that the load? Looks like the short. The load has like an insulator in it. Okay, that's the load. We don't want that one. We want the short. I guess you got to calibrate it for each start and stop range you put into it. Okay. Let's do the calibrate on that. They're talking about some blue line that goes across. I never see the blue line. Okay, so we do a short. I never saw a blue line. Now I put the load on here. That's the one with the insulator or whatever it is, dielectric. That's the open, which doesn't matter. There's the load right there. Put that on here. Not real tight, just snug it on there. And we hit that. Done. Now I can say done because I don't care about isolation. Store it here, empty 3. And what you'll see is it will be scanning from 7 to 7.3, the 40 meter band. Put the antenna back on now and see what it looks like. Take that load off of there. Put the antenna back on. It's always hard to get this thing back on here because of the wire. Come on. Not real tight. Okay, that's fine. So what do I see here? I want to get channel 2 turned off. I don't want to see that. So I've never done this before. It is showing, I think, some kind of SWR, but I thought it'd be like a straight line almost. I want to turn off this one channel. Can I do that? Okay, am I reflected? S1, yes I am. I want to go to SWR. Do I hit this again? Yep, there we go, poof. Now what do we got? I want to turn off that other line there. Yeah, so it's flat like I thought it, well, it shouldn't be that flat. I probably have to make it logarithmic or something. So anyway, yeah, real amateur here with this thing, right? Okay, let's go back. Format. I want to get these traces turned off. Trace, there we go. So, green one, yes, that one, no, that one, no. I thought that turned them off. It stopped them, that's for sure. There, that's gone. SWR, that's gone. I'm not sure what the red one is now. And it's showing SWR is horrendous. But I guess I'm not scanning far enough to cause a change with it. So that's not real useful. Can I jog the frequency around? No, not really. All right, well, so much for the blind leading the blind. I hope you found this entertaining at least. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.